What's going on? My name's Mike, and this is my 96 XL full size. It's currently on the 5.5 inch Superflex lift from Bronco Graveyard, long arm kit with the D44 suspension, and just rebuilt the motor last year, or rebuilt a new motor, put it in and sold the old one. But so it's got the 351 bored out 30 over, and it's got a 35 512-8 comp cam in it.
Awesome cam.
Awesome cam, nice and torquey. Got the Edelbrock intake with the BBK throttle body, MSD ignition, and you know, it's I haven't had a dyno or anything yet, but it's definitely got a whole lot more power than it used to. So this motor's got about 6,000 miles on it now, and so yeah, today's objective is to do the front solid axle swap, D44. It's got the old traction beam set up now still, with the drop brackets and everything. And let's see, it's got 456 gears, front and rear. So the carrier and gears are going to be swapping over into the solid axle 44, and trying to get this thing a little more capable in the rocks and on the trails, and get a little more flex and articulation, keep the wheels on the ground. So that's generally today's objective.
And where's all of our goodies at? Over here?
Yeah, all the goodies are over here. Dropped them off last night. We got the axle all hollowed out, all empty, and axle shafts laying around here. Got the James Duff long arms in here, all packed away.
Sweet.
And got all the hardware, all new brakes, calipers, spindles, new rotors, a new set of Bilstein shocks as a placeholder. If they work out, fine. If they don't, then we'll get something different. All the old Duff stuff, I got it all from Ben, over on the west side. And so we got the Duff coil buckets and the older model shock towers. Got a diff guard to go underneath the pumpkin, protect it from any rocks and things like that. And got D44 H57 springs over there, be going on it. And well, I think that's, oh,
yeah.
And got the James Duff track bar going on it.
There's a Heim up run it.
But yeah, and steering setup is a full Heim joint setup as well. All the knuckles and pitman arm and everything are all drilled out to 3/4 inch holes, ready for the steering setup. So,
Sweet.
and it's got a the steering gear in it right now is a blue top 4-bolt setup with the 32 spline sector shaft, and so it's got a 4-inch drop arm on it right now. So the pitman arm I have over here that came from Ben is I think it's a 1-ton, the larger pitman arm, but it's not a drop arm, but it's set up for the geometry for this setup. So it's track bar, and
It's pretty straight. It might be the same one I'm running the Explorer.
yeah, it's pretty straight.
Oh yeah.
So the track bar and the steering link will be about parallel to each other with that setup.
Sweet.
So,
Oh, let's get started. Who else is here? Brad?
We got Brad from Running Shotgun Adventures.
John?
John Parks with Broncos R Us.
And Johnny Park from Broncos R Us.
And of course we are here in the Bastion Barn, so we're gonna get ready to rock. Let's get a few.
So yeah, we're about, what, 85% done?
Yeah, 85% done, yeah.
And we got the axle all put in, got the springs in, steering linkages in, loose, just temporarily. Track bars in, got good geometry there. All the new rotors and spindles and everything, new wheel hardware, everything.
And we don't have the ring and pinion in yet, so we're not putting the axle shafts in at the moment. So
Yeah.
that's why we got the Bluetooth ones in right now.
Yeah, we got the cross member cut out to get some room for the track bar. We're gonna clean that up tomorrow, make it look a little bit nicer.
Yeah, so basically everything's mocked up, bolted up. We just have to finish drilling a couple holes, adding all the rest of the bolts, and tighten shit down. And
Yeah, and we got to do our transmission
yeah.
cross brace and.
So I don't know what the deal is here, but Duff's instructions are terrible. Stock cross member bracket goes right here and down and around, and obviously that's where the radius arm brackets have to go. So that's an issue, but luckily we have some materials here and a metal glue gun. So tomorrow I'll be making a cross member for this and get that all tied up. So that's where we're going to stop for today, and we'll finish up tomorrow.
We got about a 2 to 3 inch squat to deal with at some point in the near future too.
Yeah.
So well, that'll be a project for another day. But
So here's one option John has for his truck. It's a rear shackle flip. Can't remember the company name though.
Sky?
Sky's Off-Road?
Yeah.
Oh, Sky's Off-Road. So that might be one option, to do a rear shackle flip. Let's hold it up, John, and flips this factory thing around, and
This will go open.
this will be hanging down, and then you can get anything from 1 to 4 inch lift, I think they offer. So, all right, full day's put in. We'll finish up tomorrow. All right, so one thing that we found pretty quickly here, doing the radius arm brackets, is the transmission cross member is in the way. As you can see, there's 3 bolts. It bolts to the outside of the passenger side of the frame. Driver's side goes to the inside of the frame, which would still be in the way. And that's not discussed or talked about anywhere on the instructions that Duff provides with any of the boxes that come with this kit. So that's kind of not cool. So, all right, Brad, you can take that down. So you see here, the radius arm bracket is right where the mount was. So that would not work. None of this would work. So luckily, or fortunately for us, we got lots of steel and a metal glue gun. So I will be doing a cross member similar to some of the ones I've done in the past. Here's something I did before, but get that done here next. It's kind of crazy because on the Bronco 2 Ranger Explorer long arm TTB kits, Duff does have a 2x2 square tube transmission crossmember bracket that comes from the inside of the arm to arm here. So make our own, I guess. You're good. All right, we got Mike's Bronco back in his yard, so we're gonna finish up the rest of the build here. Just gonna put the gears and axles in the front housing. Do a little bit of trimming, finish a front and rear brake lines, and then just odds and ends. So, what do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think it's looking good, man. And looking forward to getting this thing out, driving it around. Like you said, I got new brake lines to put in. I got a new master cylinder coming today. Portioning valve came yesterday. So it's a 2002 Lightning master cylinder, meant for front and back disc brakes. Since I have the rear disc conversion on here, that's what I need. I never had it yet, so brakes have been a little spongy. So that should help out with that. And it's going to tie into the single line that's back there, going to the rear brake or the rear axles, and have a new line going down to the flex line we put in over the weekend, and should be good to go. Got to figure out the stance a little bit. Maybe a different shackle with a lower pivot on it in the back, or I'm not sure yet. We're shackle flip. I'll figure something out to get the 2 inches that I need, it looks like. But
well, you're gonna get it all back together on the road, drive it for a few hundred miles, see how the front end sits.
Yeah, I want to take the gas through it, see if I can get those springs to kind of settle into their buckets, and see where it stands after that.
Yeah, I think you're within 1.5 inches, 2 inches max of leveling it out.
Yeah.
All right, well, that wraps that up, and Mike will have more of the finishing touch updates on his stuff, his channel, and
oh yeah, and I gotta do the sliders as well. That'll happen at some point. I gotta grind off those little nubs that are left, and might have them come out level with the slider instead of coming down like they used to.
Right. All right, cool. Well, that wraps this one up. Till the next one.